What's up everybody, I'm Coach Jacob Capizzuto with Cab Training, and in this video I'm going to give you guys 3 tips to improve your speed. These are 3 tips that I swear by that I train for myself every single week. So make sure you guys follow these to a T because these are 3 fundamental tips that you need to follow in order to get faster. Like this video so more athletes like you can see it, and let's get better today. Fundamental tip number 1 to become a faster athlete is to train frequently. Now, how frequently? Well, I just ran into an athlete that did 40-yard sled sprints 5 times a week. Not that frequently. Before I was able to run 22 miles an hour, I did not sprint train at all. That's not frequently enough. So we want to meet in the middle somewhere. I would say 2 to 3 times per week you should be training your speed. So we already know you need to train 2 to 3 times a week. Tip number 2 is how many sprints do we do per session? And that depends on what we're working on. So if we're working on acceleration, which is our first 10 to 20 yards if we're a football player, we're really looking to have a little bit more reps compared to a max speed day where we're working 30 to 40 yard sprints. So on an acceleration day, I'm looking for anywhere between 10 and 15 sprints. I usually like to do 10 times 10 yard sprints along with 5 resisted 10 yard sprints right after that. And that is it. I do not need to do any more sprinting. I can do a little bit of technique work prior to the sprints, and then we do plyometrics right after the sprints, but that is it for acceleration day. For the max speed day, the 30 to 40 yard sprints, I only sprint 3 or 4 high quality timed sprints. Notice how for both the acceleration and the max speed, I'm timing my sprints. In order to get high quality sprint work and high quality speed work, you need to be able to track your speed data. And if you want to track your speed data well, I would use the laser timing system that's on my Amazon storefront. That is Arena Gear Sports Systems. Very, very good laser timer that I use for myself and for all the athletes that I train. You can check that out on the storefront in my description. But if you don't have a laser timer, get a friend to time you with a stopwatch. Very simple, very easy. If you time yourself week in and week out, you will make progress, I promise you. Tip number 3 is all about rest and recovery. I'm gonna talk about rest in between sprints and rest in between speed days. Rest in between sprints. On acceleration day, 1 minute between sprints. 1 minute between each sprint. That's it. You'll get a lot of value. You don't need to go sprint 10 seconds of rest sprint. That's conditioning. You don't need to do conditioning. You need to get faster. Max speed day. I like to do 1 minute of rest per 10 yards that you sprint. So if you run a 40-yard dash, you're resting 4 minutes after that 40-yard dash. Now it's gonna feel excessive and you're gonna feel like you're ready to run after 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes probably, or even less. But I promise you, you wanna get your legs underneath you, you wanna get your heart rate down to regular levels, and you want to have high quality sprints. And you can't do high quality sprints if you don't rest enough in between reps. So make sure you guys get 1 minute of rest per 10 yards in between each sprint. Now, how much rest should you take in between speed days? Now, the main answer is 48 to 72 hours. Just like you would for training your muscles. If you do a heavy leg day on a Monday, you really don't want to do another heavy leg day on a Tuesday. You're gonna rest 48 to 72 hours. So if you do acceleration day on a Monday, you would want to do that max speed day Thursday. That would be ideal. But if you need to do it earlier than that, Wednesday would be fine too, as long as you're not too sore. Again, you gotta learn your body. You gotta know when you're sore, when you're tired, and when you're not feeling energetic. Those are the days you don't wanna run. Make sure you guys are very well rested, eating really well, hydrated, so you guys are primed and ready for your speed sessions. I hope all 3 of these speed tips helped you guys today. If they did, hit that like button and subscribe to Cab Training if you haven't already, because I post all types of videos regarding football, speed and agility and performance training. So I would love to have you along for the journey. I really appreciate you guys. Let's get better today.